Michael! Don't leave me here! Michael! Michael! Help me!
So, yeah, it's been a while, but we came back with Peak.
We always come back.
Bro, that was cringe as hell.
I know.
We built Springtrap out of Lego and we're super excited to show it off. One of the most popular characters from the series and one of our most requested too. We know Springtrap has fans, dedicated fans, so we really wanted to get this right. In this video, we'll show off all his features, recount the process of making him, and break down his design for all you nerds, plus some other fun segments. So stay tuned.
As always, our models are a different breed. We balance form and functionality at a reasonable scale, bringing you detailed designs that won't break the bank and come together as smooth as exotic butters. A link to the instructions is in the description and pinned comment. Without further ado, here he is! You know, I don't like to glaze, I don't like to gloat, but dang, the man behind the slaughter can slaughter my behind. What? How good does this look? It has so much presence. The shaping of the mask, the insane amount of texturing, and the way you can pose this creep. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Springtrap has articulation in all the places that count. If you can't pose him in menacing ways, then what's the point? His head can rotate and tilt to find his next target. His jaw can move to speak a cheesy line.
You will fear me.
And his big ol' ears can hear your every breath. His arms have an incredible range of motion, plus elbow and wrist joints. Then each finger can be moved independently. We also gave him a pizza knife to wield, which really completes him. Plus, a classy fire axe. But this one is maybe a little too heavy for his wrists. These were last-minute additions, and we're not sure if everybody wants them, so these instructions are a free bonus. LEGO DLC, if you will. His torso can rotate a few clicks either direction, with a stopper so he can't overextend himself. The legs use larger ratchet joints for maximum stability. The hip joints can move about 2 clicks forward and back, and they can splay too, to give him a wide, menacing stance. There's a joint at the knee, and the feet use a ball joint to respond to whatever position the legs are in. And what's more, he can actually stand up. Like, you don't have to finesse it much, he can hold his own weight. But here's the star feature. He has working spring locks! Or at least a simulation of it. Yeah, we added a function so the spring locks dig into his body. Just press on the central beam and the prongs go in. Then, pull on any side to reset it. Or pull the little slider near the bottom. It's subtle, but still impressive that we were able to do it. Now, before you comment, yes, we based our model on Springtrap's appearance in Dead by Daylight. Maybe that's blasphemous, but like, come on. Why does he ever look better? But we did give him a button and made his lower legs darker, like his original design. Thank you, me. Speaking of, isn't the texturing insane? The amount of variation in color, patterns of decay that are nearly one-to-one, all the exposed metal bits, and the red tones underneath where his body lay within? Gotta love the foot guts too. This model kills with its looks. But I'll leave the rest of the talk to Max when he... What are you doing?
Nothing. Let's see some Springtrap mocks from other creators who beat us to the bite. Here's one from Jay's Den, master of turning his models at 90-degree intervals. Solid blocking and texturing, nice glazed over eyes. The way the head is connected gives me pause though, And a Dead by Daylight model. Looks better. Adequate for the scale.
Excalibur the One comes in clutch as always. The prolific builder who pumps out models so often, I worry about their health. The model is great, but the colors kinda give off a Funko tie-dye slop vibe, in my opinion. The use of red teeth as wires is an inspired choice that we adopted into our design, although the head doesn't do it for me. Kinda balloony and the ears are too thin. Delta Star 7 on Reddit presents a very scrappy looking model, but I mean that as a compliment. It even has a removable mask, which our model doesn't have.
What's this?
Oh, that's Bondtrap Left Angle. It's my new OC.
Bondtrap Left Angle?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a spring! This one is horrifying. A more stylized, menacing look gives off vibes of the yellow thing from Fazbear's Frights. Another inner Afton head, which is a great touch. Here's a giant model, if you can make out these like 3 pixels. This would tower at about 21 inches. pretty detailed and probably very sturdy with that Technic frame they've got going on, but I don't think it was built IRL, so we'll never know. But like, no kneecaps? Only 4 top teeth? Copy-pasted limbs? And what are these 2 long wires that are nowhere to be seen on any official model? Whatever, it's not worth scrutinizing.
Wolf in Sheep's Leather on Twitter made this fine specimen. The texturing on this one is bang on for being a mid-size model. And these are the colors we're talking about. Definitely inspired the color blocking of our own model.
I am Baba Claus, the one-armed off-brand LEGO Santa Claus.
Who are you?
He just said Baba Claus, the one-armed off-brand, Santa Claus.
I bring you educational, boys. Withered Bonnie Game Set Model Building Christmas Gifts Blocks
We get it.
For $50.
That's our model. Why are you reselling that?
Education.
You know what? Imitation's a sign we're doing something
Get the
right.
f out!
PSA. If you find our models on AliExpress or other slop sites, it's not us.
What?
They send you crap knockoff bricks and you'll be lucky if any of it fits together. Just exercise caution. Our MOCs are only for sale as instructions on Rubricable, and from there you can order the parts from whichever legitimate service you like. Now back to Springtrap. Springtrap's a little funny, because he's appeared in so many games and has had so many slightly different designs. He always comes back, but he never comes back the same. Some look peak, some look like he's got a lot on his mind. Fascinating what they've become. So it made it a challenge when deciding which version we wanted to adapt into LEGO. Our main reference ended up not being from FNAF at all. It was his Dead by Daylight appearance, as we mentioned. So that's where I started. I booted up Studio, made an accursed monster of reference photos scaled to size and locked in. It also helped me to make a palette of pieces, so I knew what was available in the colors we chose to work with. We kept it in the realm of reasonability, so no rare or expensive or old pieces because we care. It took me like 2 months to design him, working off and on, bouncing between digital design and physical prototyping.
And I kept him on track, so he didn't make any stupid decisions.
You did. You saved me from myself sometimes when I would overthink something or...
Completely fuck up.
Yeah. But we do work well as a team. I know LEGO front to back, you know FNAF front to back. Anyways, I lost all my progress at one point. Studio had a really nasty bug that just completely wiped my file with no chance of recovery. I had to cry in the corner for a little while. Luckily, with my IRL prototyping, I bounced back quickly. I made constant backups from then on. With the model finished in mid-January, we hit up Old Reliable Bricklink and its lovely sellers to supply us with the goods. But one guy forgot to send us a couple of 1x1 brackets, so we had to resort to desperate measures. I also picked up this T-Rex very early on, like before even designing the model, and a good chunk of the parts turned out to be useful. Almost like I designed with them in mind. I don't know. With everything ready to go, we started building. It took about 6 hours, but half that time was spent revising the model because you're always going to think of small fixes and changes while building the real thing. So, time to break him down. Springtrap is sized like our other MOCs, roughly a 1/6 scale, standing at 44 centimeters tall, or for us Americans, about 5/1000ths of a football field.
Hi, artist here. Olive green and dark tan were our colors of choice. The MOCs done in lime and green don't really come across as rotting and decaying. In fact, the exact hex code of LEGO's olive green is yellow, but darkened. And if we had red, like bloodstains, look at that.
Now, it was a goal of mine to get this man to stand upright, because our previous MOCs had some serious stability problems. We used very strong ratchet joints for the hip and knees, and the ball joint at the foot has stoppers in place to prevent them from moving too far. Love how these turned out, by the way. Some fun slope usage in dark red and brown to get these guts looking good, and some satisfying connections make this one solid block to fully support his weight. Initially, he was going to be in a static crouched position using a Technic beam, but Lacey looked me dead in the eyes and said,
Make him walk.
"Yes, ma'am." And so I gave him knee joints, which was a great call. He probably would have looked dumb, perpetually crouched anyways. The legs fade down into darker green, the lower legs torn up to reveal the endo frame. You've probably noticed hot dogs and teeth all over the model too. They work surprisingly well as wires. Lacey made an excellent call making one of the wires a phone too. You could see it as a reference to that early debunked theory that Phone Guy was the man behind the slaughter because of a misinterpreted sprite.
That to me is very clearly a phone.
Or William from the movie. The knee pads are fun to fidget. I guess they look good too. And we even captured the metal rings around the leg here, with a necessary break for the joints which just fit in. These upper legs are also properly torn up. Fun use of an ingot here as one of the braces. And some bracket flipping going on to build upside down of these anti-studs. Might be an illegal technique though, up for debate. Just don't call the LEGO police. Springy's got some childbearing hips.
Serves him right for getting all my homeboys pregnant.
It's a little too wide, but I really wanted space for the joints. Nice and stable though. We love putting mechanisms in our builds, so it was a no-brainer to make spring locks. It took a while to get right. Here's a mock-up I made in December. This gear rack is pushed in by the front bar, which doubles as the actuator. It turns these gears, which pushes in the prongs. It's not perfect, but it's super satisfying, and probably the best I could do at this scale. This blue whip here looks excellent as one of the main wires. It is a rare piece, which we don't like to do, but this was so perfect, I had to. It's easy enough to substitute with a red or black whip, both are more common. As you saw, the front plate can swing open for easy access. It's the most unstable portion of the build, but of course there needs to be that massive hole in it, and it needs to be thin. I tried my best. His inner body's built up very well, and that detail continues to the sides. His back's a little darker since he did spend years pressed up against a wall, decaying. Even got that bottom frame poking through. The arms are significantly thinner than the legs with Springtrap's human proportions, connected to the body with a ratchet joint, a ball joint for the elbow, and a mini ball joint for the wrist, the holy trinity. Like the legs, I tried my best to replicate the damage one-to-one, including those red and blue exposed wires. For the hands, we used these very new inverted clips to connect the fingers. They can all be individually bent and splayed, and we even matched the exact patterns of decay from the reference model. Springtrap can hold a knife like this. Pretty simple design. It's based on his pizza knife from Where Else But Dead by Daylight. This blade appeared in a couple Ninjago sets, and was certainly the best fit, but it was hard to get significant detail at this scale. The fire axe also turned out great. His left hand connects here, and if you want to put it in his right hand, just flip this 1x4. Boom. As we said though, a little droopy. Finally, the head. This thing is miraculous. Like, I designed it and I still don't know how it came out so good. But let's get the bad news out of the way first. The mask can't come off to reveal Afton's dead stare because the design needs to be so tight and compact. But there's still inner detail that you can see in the process of building him. We at least got the eye sockets, nose, teeth, and the attempt at a head shape. The part I'm most proud of is the profile. Look at that. The shape of the forehead down to the muzzle especially. Our attention to detail extends to the mouth. We've got all 16 fully visible teeth in there, positioned in just the right way with some fun bracket techniques. The whole thing pivots on symmetrical ball joints. The front of the jaw is only connected by 2 studs, so it's a possible point of weakness, but the pressure from the surrounding bricks mostly keeps it in place. I couldn't replicate every crack and crevice, so I used darker accents to signify those scars. More hot dogs for the wires coming out. This blue one I think is exclusive to BMO. I did his ears in a similar way we did Bonnie's, brackets forming the border, just a little more chewed up. The right ear looks best when bent, and the left ear of course is missing the upper half. This bit up here already looked like a Lego piece in the real model, so the choice was obvious. The head is significantly smaller than our other mocks. Here it is compared to Withered Bonnie. But remember that this is a decayed mask that is pretty form-fitting around a human head and not an oversized, cartoonish animatronic head. I thought about making it bigger, but yeah, it just felt off. So yeah, I packed a lot of detail into this thing. Designing it was like solving a puzzle where every piece matters. There are some incredible techniques and some very satisfying connections. But I won't spoil everything. That's one thing you can guarantee from us. Insane attention to detail and carefully considered design. We don't just whip these things up in 5 nights and it shows.
Welcome to Scrap or Salvage. This is the segment where we rate official merch to see if our model's up to snuff with the current market. Do we throw them in the back alley or keep them as an attraction?
We can't go over everything, obviously, so we've compiled what caught our attention.
First up is... what? The original model looked fine, but they went and made him fuzzy, like mold? And the paint, oh god, it's applied on the fuzz and rubs right off. This one huffed too much booger sugar and it light-skinned his nose somehow. Who approved this? 100% scrap.
Like other Hex products, you can pull this Springtrap apart, which is fun. Really solid stylized plushie. The dark cupcake as an accessory is an interesting choice. Salvage.
Here's McFarlane's take on the character. The collar is spot on, and the head looks decent, until you turn him 90 degrees. His schnoz is massive. Like, why is it so long? And the feet should be exposed metal. That's just straight and accurate. Looks more like plush trap. Scrap. Here's the only official Dead by Daylight merch we could find. What that tongue do? Dang, it's sticking out so far. Looks great. Bonus points for being based on an objectively better model. Don't look at me. Also, their spring-locked Afton is pretty peak. Salvage. Here's one I actually own. Not sure why you'd want a corpse as a plush, but boy does he look goofy. If only he knew that in 6 years Bizabazao would make an infinitely superior version of him. Salvage, but he needs some milk.
This plush is a pretty unique take with the ability to unzip the mask to see Afton's face beneath. Yes, please. I guess the compromise is that it looks a little uglier with that big ol' zipper. But still, why you want a corpsey as a plushie? Salvage.
Oh my god, he looks like a sick dog that I need to shoot by the old willow. Sanchi made Peek. Look at Chica. Look at Bonnie. They made the first. They have seen everything. What are you doing? Scrap. Burn it. Throw it in a ditch. I'm done.
Anyways, you get the picture. So on a scale of, oh god, the merch is bad, we need something good stat, to, actually, the merch is great. It sits somewhere in the middle, so our model is probably essential.
Alright, that's about it. Let's get some beauty shots.
This just in. A local craft store has been put under quarantine today, citing the presence of an unhinged individual in a contaminated yellow rabbit costume within their store.
No, it couldn't be our rabbit. He's olive green.
Management of said establishment have made a statement this afternoon that they have successfully sealed off access to the storefront, but have yet to see the suited person leave the vestibule. They are considered a danger to health and safety to those in the local area, and we advise everyone to stay indoors until authorities are able to displace them.
Spin my wheel.
You again!
Spin my wheel, spin my wheel, spin my wheel.
Ow.
So, you got shots?
Uh-huh.
What happened?
Uh-huh. The rabbit is greenish? Olive green, the color in Lego's palette that's closest to decayed yellow, like the color of Springtrap. Oh, it's Springtrap. Springtrap is stuck in a Michaels.
Let's go grab him.
The darkest pit of hell is open for business.
Let's add Springtrap to the collection. Looks pretty good next to Withered Bonnie and Lefty. Check out those videos if you haven't. And we love you, Mangle, but dang are you looking sorry next to these bad boys. Again, you can find a link to the instructions in the description and pinned comment. If you want to buy it to support what we do here, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Springtrap is only the first of 3 models we've got lined up for you this year.
If all goes to plan.
Subscribe so you don't miss the reveal of the next mock. She's gonna be so fun to build. I guess that's a little hint for you. But feel free to leave any suggestions in the comments. We also want to know what you want to see in the future.
But for now, we'll catch you all on the flip side. See ya!